Hey, what's up, y'all? This is former NASCAR driver Bill Lester.
Bob Hockers.
I'm NASCAR driver Natalie Decker.
NASCAR's Chief Hype Officer Mamba Smith.
And you're listening to Victory Lane.
Victory Lane.
Victory Lane.
Victory Lane Vibe.
Let's go.
I'm gonna hit records before I say this. Why are you coming in here with this negative ass attitude?
Cause, bro, I just realized I got a train to push you down the stairs tomorrow.
Brother, you need more than one night.
It's a metro station right next to the thing too. I wish I your ass out of steps.
You need more than one night, boss man. I'm gonna tell you.
There will be Victory Lane vibes on Victory Lane Vibes Crime tomorrow evening. Stay tuned to your Twitter timelines.
Brother, man.
We're gonna hire somebody on the street corner to record it. We have a bum fight.
Put you on a t-shirt, brother. It'll be
okay.
Make sure it's a good picture.
Yeah,
I'll put you.
You got to be a goody two shoes, big dog. You don't want the federal government investigating you for a misdemeanor.
I ain't worried about that. Look, it's DC got bigger problems right now. This crime will go unsolved. I am not worried.
That's what we think.
All black on black crime.
Right. That's one notch in the tower.
Hey, man. Monte, bro, we are recording. What? You were off for a month and you drop a hard R.
Oh, sorry, recording.
Oops. I didn't hear it.
See that little live 1 minute and 10 seconds in the corner.
There's the
Thank
bet.
God we did not do this on Twitter.
There's the bet. If you made the bet that Bonte was going to cuss within 30 seconds of the show, you won.
It's so bad.
Please come to the window to collect your breath.
I'm not. No, hold on. I ain't trying to throw you on the bus, Art, but you cursed more than me this whole year.
But I ain't put. How many hard R's have I dropped on air?
Okay.
Zero.
That's
Ling, which is Chinese for zero.
That's understandable. I give you that. Oops.
Exactly.
I give you that. But I don't forget. Someone said a nigga here,
bruh.
Why are you like this?
Why are you the way that you are, Bonte? Like,
why are you showing off
like
this?
Bro, why do you do this?
Why do you do this to us, brother? Like, where's the love?
Where's the love? Oh Lord!
Oh
love.
My God, bro!
No black eyed peas, man. Like you understand we be in the trenches and cap cut with this, bro, because of you.
Fighting for my life. We gonna make Bonte edit this episode. This
ain't coming out to Daytona.
If I edit, oh, it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, it ain't coming out to Daytona till Bowman Gray. It probably still won't be out.
They'll be like, "Oh, it's too much." You know what? Never mind. I'll say, but you get.
Never mind. It's 2025 now.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
You gotta do better than that, big dog.
We've been off for a whole month, a literal calendar month, and the first thing out his mouth.
Well, he just went a full minute without dropping one, so that's a record so far tonight. He was 2 for 2 for the first 2 minutes.
2 for 2 is crazy.
What is this? Is this episode 55?
I don't know.
Season 2.
I can't keep track of that sort of thing.
I got it, but I'll look it up later. Spotify keeps trying to show me our Wrapped, and I don't want to see that.
Oh man,
we Wrapped it though. Anyway. We got let's get a move on. For the record, we've recorded 53 episodes this year. 53. That's a lot.
Is that just us, or is that us and Chicago?
That's just us. That's just this is 53 episodes. So shout out to what's her name that said we don't record on a regular basis enough to get.
Who said that? Oh! I thought you were dropping at, and I was about.
I was dropping the email address, but we good. Hey, sanctioning body lady, how you doing?
I mean, what's that thing that like all the manosphere guys say? They're like, destroy the boats or something. You know what that's saying? Where they're like, y'all know what that's saying? It's like some quote like they use. It's like those like BS macho guys, and they're like, oh, you destroy the boats, like you're committed to just like whatever you're doing, like there's no turning back or whatever. It's like what's his name says? What's the dude? The trafficker dude. We're gonna cut off the sound. Tate, he says shit
Tate.
like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they say shit like that. It's like destroy or burn the boats because they're like we done stormed the shore and like we're not going back. I was gonna say that's what this episode. That's the title of this episode. Burn the boats.
No, we can wait for that. Hold on, we wait. The Burn the Bridge episode coming. We're not there yet.
Oh man,
we're still trying to offer the olive branches. But anyway, welcome to a special episode of Victory Lane Vibes. We are your hostesses with the mostesses. We had to dust off the laptops and the microphones. It's Jared, it's Art, Bonte somewhere hiding. We have a special guest this evening. We have Phil Spain here. Say hello to your constituents, great uncle of NASCAR Twitter, Mr. Phil.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for the intro, Bonte. Yeah. Hello, everyone.
We are here to give our report cards for the big three, A through F, and all Fs are deserved. But yeah, I guess we killed some time. Bonte went off camera, so I guess we can just say, how's your month of peace been, gentlemen? Was your peace broken like mine was yesterday? Did your phone not stop buzzing because of all the notifications? Mine didn't. It was very sad. I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. It's very sad.
Yeah, I have yet to know the peace that I deserve. I'll just put it that way.
There you go.
That's how I feel.
See, I've just learned to turn off notifications for Twitter. So
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Especially in the off season, too.
You just catch up when you catch up.
Right.
Oh, listen. The pro tip is you turn off all notifications. Like, unless you're like one of 5 people, it ain't ringing for anything.
Oh, I like that.
Email, Twitter, nothing. You're gonna be on. It's an exclusive club to make my phone turn on.
Mm-hmm.
I see you when I see you. When I check in, that's when I'll check in. But I can't be a slave to the thing now. I can't.
That's right.
I'd ask Bonte for his argument or his counterpoint, but he's over there making a sandwich, so we'll get started without him.
Hey, now it was a pizza.
Same difference.
Oh, it must have finally came then.
Oh, he ordered pizza?
Yeah, I think.
It's a perfect opportunity to go grind our feet in this couch.
I almost said something mean. I'm glad I didn't. Because I love that. I'm going to say it off air.
Let's do it. So, how this works, in case you weren't around for our report card episodes last year, we're going to go through each series and rank a driver A through F for their season efforts. You can have a couple sentences to explain why you gave them the grade they deserved, and then we'll move forward. Fun fact, before we get started, there were 92 entrants in the truck series last year. That's a lot of people. You'll never guess who's in the bottom 6. They're 2 of your least favorite people. It's really funny. You want to take a stab? Take a guess?
The least favorite people?
Mm-hmm.
Least favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say someone I liked, like Greg Biffle.
There's one person that's 87th, and there's another person that's 91 out of 92. Both of these individuals are.
Why do I feel like
they're not liked?
Austin Dillon.
Nah, worse.
Nah, Austin wouldn't.
Oh God,
worse.
Corey did.
Worse than Dillon.
Corey LaJoy is one. Corey LaJoy is ranked 87th out of the 92
right.
entries.
Remember, he wrecked in the Daytona race, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
One more that's ranked 91 out of 92.
Okay.
He raced a couple races with a black eye.
Oh,
what's his name?
Mr. Bacon.
I wanted to say
Almirola?
Mm-hmm. He's ranked 91 of 92 people in the Craftsman Truck Series from last year in driver standings.
How many starts did he have?
I think 1.
Oh, well, that would make sense. Now that I think about it.
He didn't do anything with the start he had.
Right.
Anywho, let's get it going. So starting with the truck series, Well, something must be wrong with this. Well, I guess you don't. Never mind. I guess you don't accumulate points because Kyle Busch is like 79th, but he has 2 wins and 3 top fives and 5 stage wins. But I guess since he's not competing for points in that series, none of the points he earned count.
Right.
Weird.
Interesting. Okay. Art, I'll have you go first. Lay it
What
down.
series? We just
start
doing
with
trucks.
Let's start with trucks.
Oh man, okay. Well, first
A
of all,
through
I give the truck series as a whole, as an organization, as a conglomerate, I'm gonna give them like a C minus. Truck series really didn't hit for me this year like I would have liked, and I think part of that is the production. I think having a lot of the races where the announcers weren't at the track really hurt it. So I didn't feel for it. Now there are a couple people that do get high marks. Ty Majeski, you get an A for winning a title. Corey Heim, I'm gonna give you an A plus. 6 wins is crazy. I think anytime you hit over 5 wins in a season at any of the top 3 levels, I think that's an A plus season, regardless of how the playoffs work out for you. I give Raj an A minus. I think he had a lot of success, got a win, went pretty far in the playoffs, but I feel like they just kind of tailed off a little bit late in the season. Like they made a push, but I feel like they could have been at Phoenix if the cards had fallen for them the way that they would have liked. I still give them an A minus. I'm excited to see what that team does. They're my team to watch this year and next year in terms of truck. Everyone else kind of was there, so I don't really. Oh, Christian Eckes. He had like what 3 wins, 4 wins. B plus. Everybody else, you got it incomplete. You got the I. You took it past fail, and you didn't show up enough days.
Isn't that crazy? You take a pass fail college course and you get an incomplete because you slept through the 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Hey, look, 8 a.m. in college is not the same as 8 a.m. in high school.
That is for sure.
That I learned that semester 1 in a big way. First hand. Had me sprinting. But that's for another day. Anyway, that's what I got. Yeah, for trucks.
So we got high marks and incompletes. All right. Phil.
Yeah.
Give your grade.
I would probably say I'd give the truck series, like Art said, like probably in as a whole, probably in the C range, and mostly because it's been like this. Well, I'll say with the exception of the season before last, it just seems like the truck series runs out of steam after a while. And when the production isn't good, or when, you got one person dominating the races, which, I would say my A plus driver also would be Corey Heim. He did everything he had to do to win the championship, except, win that final race. If that were a normal point system, he would have had a championship. Just with his consistency and even the times when he would battle back. But just as a whole, it just seems like I can't. I'll say I've saw more ARCA races that had excitement than I did Truck Series races last year. Another person with a high mark would be Ty Majeski, champion. You kind of do have to give it to him and give it to that team for being just as consistent, or also being in the right place at the right time. So, Raj, that's just glowing marks all around. You see it from his peers, you see it from the people in the media, and how they just, they love that kid. And I'm excited and hopeful that 2025 is just as good as this season was. Really, it just seems like you had the same people up front every week, so it was hard to kind of distinguish, unless you had Michael Waltrip telling you about Daniel Dye 15 times a race. It was almost like, nobody fully stood out other than the ones that made it to the end. I'm happy for guys like Grant Enfinger who, seemed to have everything going good for him at GMS, and then when they shut down, and then to go to a place, I think, what is it, CR7 or whatnot, and for him to have a strong run and be in contention for a championship, that's good too. But other than that, it's just, we're at a point where the truck series, the names don't stay long because either they, wash out, or they go over to Xfinity, within a season. So it's just like, it's no way to fully get a good judgment on other than the championship drivers.
These are some solid grades, gentlemen. I like that. Bonte.
Truck was it was alright, pretty not too bad. Pretty stellar season. What's money, Art?
No, man, you right on cue. You always on time, bro. You got it. Keep going. I wasn't trying to stop you.
You got the big dogs. Corey Hine, A+. We had six wins, right?
Yeah,
Corey had
that was established.
wins,
Yes.
Six wins. You got Kristen Eckes, 3 wins. I think 3 wins and stuff. A+ too. Man's been a front damn near all race besides super speedways, but both those two was straight hitters. Then you got Roger. Big turnaround from last season to this season. Got his first win, made for playoffs. Definitely A+ for him. Product of the 71 team Aspire. Who else? Oh, yeah, Tom Jet Ski champion. Killing it this season. The guy he's champion, he became a long way, like a really long way, especially from that 60 car in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. But anyways, congrats to him though. But it was pretty okay season. Not too bad. But everybody else is just like Art said, incomplete. I'm done.
Make him go first next time so he can steal mine.
Bro, why? What's wrong? What is with you?
Let him go first this time. This is supposed to be grades. I said, yeah, look at my homework. Just change
All right,
it a
just
little
copy
bit.
off of it.
Yeah. Man said Control C, Control V.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'll give the truck series a resounding C overall. I feel like there wasn't as much. There weren't any like highlight moments like it was in 2023 this year. I felt like when we came on here for the truck series, more often than not, the reactions that we would give would line up to Xfinity as far as like how the race cooked, or so did this, and who's never did that. And I felt in 24 there wasn't really a lot of excitement brought. Art and Phil contributed the fallback to the production side. But I mean, honestly, I just feel like there weren't enough storylines for me this year to keep it entertaining. Corey Haim had his belt out and proceeded to give spankings whenever he cared to. It seemed like. So as far as my grading, I'd give the champion A, Ty Majeski, just because he's a short track merchant, and when the call came, he answered. He stepped up to the plate, made it to the Final Four, and did what he had to do, and walked away a champion. So, shout out to Ty Majeski. You get an A. My B, I'm not doing pluses and minuses like some people in here. I'll give Corey Haim a B. Still huge to get 6 wins, like to Arch's point, in any series. That's an amazing feat. Super bright future ahead for that young man. I'm excited to see what unfolds for 25 for him. Hopefully he can run some more Xfinity races. Hope he can get another opportunity to drive a couple cup races next year. With 2311, hopefully. Christian Eckes, I'll give him a C. Just because he is the reason why Ty Majeski won the championship. If it wasn't for his boneheadness at Martinsville, maybe we'd be singing somebody else's praises. So, Christian Eckes, you'll get to see. Shout out to you for letting Bubba get your crew chief. I'd give him. This person gets a D, not for his on track performance, but just because I feel like they let a few races get away. I'll give Raja a D. There were he had some chances to get quality finishes or to finish higher in a couple races, and whether it was by him speeding on pit road or the pit crew messing up or them just missing the adjustment and couldn't catch him back up to the rest of the field. More often than not, he had a fast truck, but I just felt like capitalizing on those chances when he had a race winning truck with race winning speed, they fell under par. So he gets he'll get a D from me.
And D, that's crazy.
F goes to Matt Crafton because I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress.
I agree.
Hate the way you sneak this.
Damn,
you catch fights to be direct. You deserve to stub your toe walking barefoot across a rock quarry. So that means you get several stub toes. So Matt Crafton gets
why you hate Matt Crafton. Expand on that. Let's talk about it. Why do you hate him so much?
I agree.
I don't like him. I never have. I never will. I've hated this man since infancy.
This man said if Matt Crafton has 0 haters, I am
I'm the biggest one.
I am no longer on this earth.
I have enough hate to last a lifetime for Matt Crafton.
Damn.
But you know what I will say though about the truck series this year? They raced a lot better, and I mean a lot cleaner. I mean, you still had moments where people made boneheaded moves, but it wasn't to the level where at least once a week someone was getting shipped into the wall. So
that's true.
I'd like to see that going forward. I'd like to see that continue.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
As long as Carson Hocevar is not there, we shouldn't have any issues, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's the meme? We're all trying to figure out the guy who did this.
I wonder who this could be for.
Oh boy, this is fun. This is going by faster than last year. I don't know why did we talk so much last year through these. Why do we do
probably because we had Carl on and he was real chatty. That's probably why.
We don't need to.
Carl thought he was getting paid by the word.
We ain't there yet. Hopefully soon.
For context, I'm just roasting Carl because I've been trying to get him on this episode for 2 weeks, and due to his employment scheduling, he was unable to attend. So, Carl, I know you're listening to this while driving on a back road somewhere. You deserve it.
Hey, yeah.
Oh man! All right, Xfinity's next. There are 114 total Xfinity entrants. This past season, that's a lot of people.
It really didn't feel like there were this many people.
I don't know.
It's some names I ain't never heard of: Stanton Barrett, Kyle Keller, Ken Kilmuria, Jade Buford.
Yeah, Jade Buford. He used to drive the 48 before Klickerman did.
Nathan Bird.
Yeah. A lot of those
Mason
were probably
Massey.
road course ringers.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a lot of names, and obviously
they got rung all right. Got that bell rung by that boy. That man, I should say.
Also, they need to continue to send Xfinity to Sonoma, because I love when they just decide they forget how to fucking drive.
I agree.
I just want green Sonoma.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Like I need the grass.
Can we not look like an apocalyptic wasteland just for once, please? Like we used to be a proper country.
We used to.
You're gonna drive them to the far edge of the country just to look like the state fair just came through, like, and then rode all over the grass.
Oh damn.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. Let's talk
you done?
Xfinity. We're gonna give our grading scale. Papa John's hot and ready. Bonte, lead off.
Papa John's. I'm Ian DiGiorno Jarrett. I don't know why you're talking when you had, anyways.
Wait, did you have a
Mr. Big Back.
DiGiorno pizza delivered?
Mr. Big Back.
That's impossible because it's not delivered. It's
Did this
That's
man
impossible.
Instacart himself?
You can't do that.
Actually, no. I had it in my freezer.
Oh, pardon us. Excuse us.
No, pardon you. We know about that.
Yeah, you said pizza was on the way. I thought you were expecting a delivery, not your oven timer.
I went upstairs.
Oh, you got upstairs.
Oh, we got upstairs too.
I don't have upstairs, but my sister.
You real uppity.
Live upstairs. Anyways, Xfinity series was better than trucks for sure. I give it like an A. You got some big boys in the league. You got who we got? SVG A+, 3 wins. I don't care if it's all road course. Man, the man showed why he SVG to go. Yeah, Justin Allgaier, the champion. I got him A. He a champion for a reason. These dudes are unserious, literally unserious.
I'm sorry, Fonte. I wasn't trying to take a shot.
That's insane, bro. Jared's like crying right now, bro.
He went upstairs.
Excuse me, Your Majesty.
That is insane.
Taj Mahal of this.
Right.
With your stairs.
What's your butler's name? Golly.
Justin Allgaier gets an A because he's champion. Came through. Who else? Cole Custer get a B. Cole Custer. The person who gets an F is Austin Hill. Quote Jared. I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you looks. I hate everything about you. You suck. I wish I would nothing but the worst of that 21 car. The team, y'all suck. F minus. Matter of fact, I give you a U. You don't deserve no F. You deserve a U.
He gave this man an unsatisfactory.
Yeah, you unsatisfactory. I don't care. I'm the biggest hater. I'm done.
Are we in the first grade?
You coloring the lines.
He said, "I'm calling
unsatisfactory."
Home, NW needs work.
No, not needs work. Needs to go. Needs to leave.
A job application.
Bonte said, "I want this man unemployed immediately. I want him in line at DES this Monday.
Mm-hmm. I want him in line at McDonald's.
That's crazy, bro.
That was funny.
Well, there goes United Rentals as a sponsor.
That'd be all right.
We'll all be all right. You know what? If you ran that could be your political platform, Bonte. You probably get somewhere with that. I can just see you at a debate every time they try to check you. You just be like, "You be all right," and it would just
Bonte
work.
2038. You be all right.
2038.
Oh, all right. I guess I'll go next. God, my stomach hurts. I laughed. Like half of that I was laughing for the listeners. Half of that I was laughing on mute, and I laughed so hard, like my stomach hurt. Dog, that's so funny. Xfinity. I have Allgaier, you get an A+ for being the feel-good champion of the year. I think you're by far the most popular champion of the three amongst the fans, and you gave Dale Jr. that moment with that flag, so I appreciate you. Cole Custer, I give you an A because you had a really good year and you won a bunch of races, and you honestly probably should have won if we want to be honest. if we had any kind of decent playoff system, because the 7 was kind of dog food for most of the playoffs. Austin Hill, as much as this pains me, I'm gonna give you an A-. And it hurts my heart to do it. Like I don't want to do it, but 4 wins.
Ew.
It's 4
why?
wins. And the fact that you made it to Phoenix with a shot at the title, like, and you were leading in that race. Like, it wasn't like he got there and ran, 30th. Like, he had a puncher's shot at winning the title. I hate you. I also want you to be flipping burgers and giving me my McGriddles, but I can't take away from the accomplishment. So I give you an A-. Going down the list, my B+ is for Shane. Amazing road course ace. Went in there and took AJ Allmendinger's spot on the road course map, and isn't giving it up. And as long as you've got that one win on a road course, you're in the playoffs, right? Like, he could finish dead last the rest of the year. Like, you have a shot at the title. So give Shane a B+. I have a couple extra ones. I give Jesse Love a B. He was really good in the first part of the season. I think he was leading the points after like 4 or 5 weeks or something like that. Like, he had a really good season, and it cooled off a bit later on. But I'm looking at his stats here: a win, 7 top 5s, 18 top 10s. Like, for a rookie, only 1 DNF too, which I think is really important to note. Oh my God, now that I'm looking at it, out of the top 16 drivers, only one of them has 1 DNF. And it was Jesse Love. I didn't realize that. So bringing it home, I mean, we won't talk about that. But bringing it home in one piece. So that's a skill and a credit to him. So I give you a B for that. And my last one, I have to give a C- to Carl's favorite. I wish you were here so I could really roast you about him. But Mr. Sheldon Creed. Triple C can't close Creed. Finished again with 0 wins this year. 16 top 5s, 23 top 10s, like 4 second place finishes, I think.
Winston Cup champion in the making.
I mean, you got to win, my dog. This is the world we live in. It's an unjust world that we live in, but you got to win, and you ain't do it yet. So he gets a C-. Like, you still pass. You pass the class. Like, you don't have to come in for summer school, but like, you might have lost the PlayStation for a couple of weeks, dog. Like, you ain't gonna be an easy summer for you, but you won't have to come back. So he gets a C-.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, you got to give your champion at least, I would say, at least an A, maybe an A- ranges if we give him pluses or minuses. Like Art said, they struggled early in the playoffs. It almost looked like it was setting up to be another year where Allgaier did everything he could, to win the championship. And he gets to Phoenix, and, it all falls apart. And it looked like it was trending that way, until late into that race. But I guess you can give, I would say with Cole Custer, for him to back up his championship the year before, with another strong run for another championship, it says something. And I'm excited. I guess I'm excited a little bit that he's coming back to the Cup Series as well too. Sheldon Creed, like you guys said, it's a C, but with that C, I guess you could say he's consistent because he consistently finishes second. Can't close to get the win, but I think that's coming from at some point. Time will tell with this move to Haas and, what's going to happen in the future. I don't know. Maybe gets a win. He's one of those drivers for the last couple of years where I've said that I don't see where he fits in like a team's cup plans at any point. Like, it just seems like he's going to be one of those guys that's like Justin Allgaier. He may get a shot in cup for a little bit, but he'll settle back in Xfinity and, carve out a good career. And there's nothing wrong with that. Other honorable mentions, Chandler Smith, he had a good season. I I struggle sometimes with trying to describe what type of a future he has in racing as well. And it's just like, not everybody is always suited to be in Cup all the time, even though he may feel as if he is Cup quality. And there are gonna be rides that do come open that need drivers. They may not be the top tier teams, but it's almost where you kind of have to change how you're gonna, your goals towards, what you see if you want a future in NASCAR. But other honorable mentions, I'd like to say like guys like in the back, somewhat, the Alpha Prime guys like Brennan Poole and Ryan Ellison, just them racing, somewhat, towards the front of the mid pack, that deserves some praise too as well. So that's Xfinity for me in 2024. So
I bet I'm gonna knock this whole thing down.
word.
My A driver with a average start of 9.33 and an average finish of 11.667, a career year, his best year to date, Sheldon Creed. Regardless of the naysayers and all the people who didn't get any wins, yeah, he didn't win this year, but what you want out of a driver is improvement. You can get checks and contracts off of improvement. And he had his best year of his career. Sheldon Creed gets an A. B is Justin Allgaier, and it's not a slight to him that he gets a B, but I just think Sheldon deserves an A. But
Creed over Allgaier is nasty business.
It is not nasty business.
Piece of work.
It is not. You all came on here for 52 episodes and tried to shame my brother and to insolence, said he was trash. He wasn't worth it. He's going back to trucks. He's going to have to drive trophy trucks again, be in the Baja 1000. He'll never have a ride again, only to be picked up by the new team, the Haas team. You know what I'm saying? He get a new number, get a new manufacturer. You know what I'm saying? He's still eating. Yeah, Justin gets my B driver, a deserved, very deserved champion. Honestly, the Xfinity Championship race was the race of the weekend for championship weekend, in my humble opinion. C, Chandler Smith, loose lick sink ships, but it is what it is. He hasn't announced where he's going yet.
Bridge
Right?
burner.
He's got a ride, but he hasn't said, or it hasn't come out yet. Is that right? Is that accurate? No, maybe not. Cool. D, 2311's newest pickup, Riley Herbst.
Damn! I forgot all about
Riley.
He only gets a D just because of the people ahead of him. Riley had a decent
I'm gonna need
season.
you to be serious for once, Jared. Ain't no way.
I am being serious. These are my y'all out here giving minuses and pluses. I'm keeping it real. You want real? I'm keeping it real.
Crazy.
For once,
Give him a D. And he won twice this season.
He had 33 starts, 2 wins, and 7 top 5s, and 4 stage wins. Yeah, I get all that. However, Sheldon's Creed season was better statistically. Justin Allgaier was your champion.
That's fine.
And Chandler Smith had a better season statistically.
That's fine, but
bro, let me tell you that something. That rate my professor score is gonna be in the toilet for you.
I didn't say anything when you made your pluses and minuses. Now it's my turn for the microphone, sir. Riley Herbst, welcome to the Cup Series.
Whatever you
Hope
say,
you
bro.
get to drive your what's that flavor? The Monster Ultra.
I ain't helping you.
Something, you know what I'm saying? Hope we get to see that Daytona. You know
it needs to be Monster Juice, the mango flavor, golden.
Anywho, and my F by scale, he's 5th, not last. I'll give Sandmare an F. A, because he probably deserves an F. But just because he too had a so and so season. There are a lot of moments this year where he could have prevailed and rose to the challenge, but he decided to be a child and yell and scream and kick and punch and flail and complain, after the race. So hopefully his talent or lack thereof combines with my boy Sheldon. Hopefully they do some damage next year with Haas. So
you are unserious people.
Really
you are unserious people. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The most unserious person on the podcast.
This is the worst 5 minutes of content we put on air this year, week 53, episode 53. Man. You should be ashamed.
These are my rankings.
Your rankings are dog food, Purina, Kyle Busch, Kurski, dog food.
Oh, God.
Your ratings are bad and you should feel bad.
I don't feel bad about anything. These are how I rate them. If you think this is exciting, just wait till we get the cup.
How is it that a man wins 3 races is an F?
It's by rank.
And it's crazy because he gave Roger a D. Roger got a win and made the playoffs.
Roger gave away more wins than races he won, and that's why he got my D.
But at least he won something. I don't care. He made the something.
And that's why he got your what?
That's like me giving it. That's like me giving Joey Logano not. That's like me giving Joey Logano. He got 9 wins. Didn't win championship. He got an F.
That's crazy. Joey's in the running for an F on my scale. I don't know about y'all's, but
you got a point by that one.
You try to troll a little too hard.
I'm not trolling. I'm dead ass, bro. I'm dead ass.
That makes it worse.
That makes it worse. Right. I agree.
I'm dead ass. Wait till we get the cup. Y'all gonna be throwing tomatoes.
Wild,
oh my Lord. I'm not looking forward to it.
I just don't understand how you rate a winner below a non-winner when the point is to win.
Statistically speaking,
that's
and I said why. I gave my reasoning why Sheldon Creed's my number 1.
You know what,
statistically speaking, had we had any other playoff format, he's your championship winner.
You know what, Jared?
Yeah, ifs and wishes, but that don't mean nothing. We don't live in the world of ifs.
Well, guess what?
I have to deal with the reality
he had his best year to date with a new manufacturer and a new team, and he still went out and balled out.
Who gets a higher grade from you, Austin Hill or Sheldon Creed?
Sheldon Creed.
You dumb.
Sound like they put him on pitch.
Move on.
You know what, Jared? You got it.
Move on.
You got it.
I'm always Team Sheldon when it comes to Austin Hill. You know that.
You got it.
From last year.
Let's move on. You got it.
I don't care that Austin Hill won 4 races.
Next.
Let's go.
I don't care if he has 6 stage wins. What's that got to do with me? Nothing. Sheldon's better.
Lot.
Sheldon's better.
Sheldon only got 1 stage win. What you mean?
He's better. He's better. Again, my report card, not yours. Moving on to the composite cars. Let's talk about the Cup Series. They had the lowest entrance of the year. There were 62 entrants for the Cup drivers. And let's go through our report cards for the Cup Series. Let's start with my biggest hater, Mr. Freeman.
Oh my God!
I still am I'm in disbelief, boy. All right. Try to give the people something more. If they stuck around through that, I'm gonna try to give them something that.
Oh no, they're still here. Don't worry.
All right. So Cup Series.
Go in reverse order.
I'll go.
Give your incompletes and your unsavories first.
Okay. It's a combo. MTJ, Kyle Busch, Fs. In terms of talent and performance,
fair.
Fs.
Fair.
Kyle's peak was finishing 3rd at Atlanta. Did he have a moment better than that?
Yeah, second back-to-back races at Daytona and Darlington.
I know, but I'm talking about in terms of like closeness of winning, though.
No,
Atlanta was like
he was like a nut here winning.
That's what I mean. Like in terms of being close at a
win. Technically in Daytona because he was close with that too. I think.
All right. Anyway, so he gets an F. Truex also gets an F because despite making the playoffs, he did absolutely nothing. That man has clearly been making boating, fishing, and hunting plans all year long that he is now fulfilling. And you know what? More power to you. If I could retire at whatever his age is at and be out there and be rich, I'd do it too. But as far as on-track performance, dog food. I mean, it was Sheldon Creed level dog food. Ooh, that's a good side-by-side. We should compare their stats. Next going up, this one hurts me, but I got to give Denny like a C-. And again, I'm going off of expectations and talent versus performance. And they started off great, right? The first half of the year had a bunch of wins, just looked great. We saw one of them in person this year, like looked great. And then something happened. I really wonder.
The penalty happened. The penalty happened.
I mean, I don't even think it's the penalty, honestly. My speculation, and someone else said this online, I hope it's not true, but they thought that he got injured pretty badly at like the Richmond 2 wreck, the Austin Dillon terrorist activities. There's some speculation that he got hurt pretty bad because that was a really hard hit. I think they said that might have been the hardest hit registered in the next gen, which is crazy because like Bubba and Blaney knocked the wall down several times. So for it to be worse than those, I can't imagine what that felt like. But anyway, my point being, ever since that race especially, it seemed like they were playing it safe. It was like the driving equivalent of like a pre-vet defense. And like a four corners offense. So just wasn't good enough, right? They got to the playoffs. They were never really a threat. They were pretty good at Homestead for a while. But I can't think. I think maybe they were okay at Darlington for a while. But like I don't have any memorable moments of them like doing well. So he gets a C- just because, again, like I grade them on a curve. I have much higher expectations for them than I do of an MTJ, who I knew would be checked out coming into the year. Bubba, I'm gonna give a B for. I feel like Bubba as a driver, I think, performed really well this year. I think his floor is better than. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Oh my gosh! All right. Let me just write down the time so I can cut this all out. All right. Y'all done?
No.
You full of shit, bro. Oh my
Right.
Hey, wrong, no. Oh my God,
That's
no.
messy. That's real messy, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm crying again.
Phil, that's not necessary. No, you ain't have to do that. You ain't have to do that. See, I gotta cut all this out now. That's the sad part. Because it's not gonna make no sense to the listener. They're not gonna know what's happening unless they were paying real close attention to that audio.
Laughter is infectious.
This is all Bonte's fault.
It's all Bonte's fault.
It is not my fault. Blame
Nothing's
Jared.
new though. It's always
Blame
Bonte's
Jared.
fault.
No, it's Jared's fault this time.
I did not supply you with the non-votes, my brother.
It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Ain't trying to hear it. It's your fault. Anyway, Art, go ahead.
You can add that to the least.
Let's go, Art.
That's real out of pocket. All right, I'm gonna go. Where was I?
You gave Bubba.
I gave Bubba. I got it. So I gave Bubba a B. I feel like Bubba as a driver improved this year. I don't think that team had the results to show it that his level of improvement. I still think he's somewhere in that 8 to 12 range of drivers. I feel like that's a fair ranking for him. I don't think he's necessarily as good as like Bell Reddick. But I do think he's better than like Suarez, Cindric. I think he can be better than Keselowski. Keselowski was real consistent though, and he finds a way to click off a win a year, it seems like. So yeah, I just feel like the crew was better this year. The box just wasn't good enough. They, like we said all year, like they couldn't keep up with the track. And hopefully, you know, with this new crew chief coming in, they'll be able to get some better results. So I give him a B, which I feel like that's pretty fair considering the season he had. Moving up to the heavy hitters, I give Larson an A minus. 6 wins is incredible. The only reason he gets an A minus though is one for missing a race. I think that was crazy. And I think that just kind of hurts your performance overall. And not making the final 4, right? Like you had all those bonus points from all those wins, and you still weren't able to bring it home. That knocks you down a peg. I'm gonna give Reddick an A, and mostly for being so clutch. You know, what was it? The regular season finale, the Homestead win. He had a couple other drives. What was it? The Roval was an amazing drive from him as well. If I was giving out awards, he would definitely be most clutch for me this year, just because of those 3 performances alone. So I give him an A. I give Blaney an A as well. Really solid year, clutched up as well. Made to the final 4. But again, A plus has to go to Logano. Yes, he got the gift from the gods to help him. The seas parted and gave him a path. But he took advantage of it and won. And the goal every year is to win the championship. And if you win the championship, you deserve to have, you know, the biggest trophy, the highest prize, and the highest ranking in my list. So I give him an A plus. And I saw that face, Jared. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing. Not a peep.
Well,
not one iota. You might as well go ahead and walk out, big dog. Come back.
I kind of agree on the Jared part about the Logano shit, but other than that, I go. I hated this season for obvious reasons. But yeah, let's get into it. My boys, Bell. I get Bell A plus. Barely, literally consistent. Not barely, extremely consistent. Hate the way that he missed out the playoffs due to a dumb decision by NASCAR. I'm sick of them. Anyways, yeah. So he get an A in my book. Bubba, I give him an A minus. Not outside mess of playoffs. He did had a career year again. Top record, top 5, top 10s. And they had like a higher finish per race. I think, yeah. So I give him that, just that circumstances and missing playoffs. He kind of ruined that a little bit, but new crew chief, he been getting better every year. So excited about that. Reddick, I give Reddick an A minus as well. I know he got 3 wins and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest. Reddick had a horrible playoffs. Like he had a horrible, outside of Homestead win. He had a horrible playoffs. He literally was on the verge of getting eliminated at Homestead if he didn't win. But or no, yeah, or one of those 2. But yeah, he got a consistency like that. Logano, I'm giving it a C. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. He won a championship. I still don't even know how they won a championship. But hey, right place, right time, I guess. Yeah, congrats to you. Blaney, I give it Blaney an A. Blaney was very consistent. Frustrated himself that he didn't win at Homestead, but he did got the job day at Phoenix though. But so close to him going back to back championships. Pain, man, pain. Austin Dillon, you get a U as well. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you talk. I hate your face. I hate your ears. The cowboy hat. Everything about you. I'm still mad you won that 2018 Daytona 500. But anyways, I give you a U. What else? That's all I have. Goodbye.
I don't know how I'm gonna follow that up. But I guess if we're gonna start from lowest, like lowest grade, I would say you could probably say like Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. Honestly, I would say Ross Chastain is down there too. Just based off of, it wasn't what we've seen the past couple of seasons. But as a whole, Trackhouse wasn't, all that good other than, winning in Atlanta. Suarez struggled a bit. But a lot of that, to me, it just feels like, I think Trackhouse is in that spot where a lot of Chevrolet teams that don't, that aren't Hendrick or RCR, where they're falling into. And I think they're kind of almost in a way punching above their weight a little bit. But, SHR as a whole, other than the Briscoe win, it just seems like it's a sad case where, you got a team that's closing, and even in that closing year, they just threw together like some of the worst races that they possibly could. So I would say they'd probably be down somewhere in the, C minus D category. Looking at 2311, you got to give Tyler an A. Tyler, to me, he performed admirably for a driver that sometimes when you listen to him, when you hear things that are said over the radio, it almost seems like he doesn't get along with his crew chief all the time. But they just somehow find a way to find themselves in contention when it's time. And, Tyler will turn the wick up, and he'll, if he's got to send it, he's going to send it. Bubba, he keeps getting better every year. I'm a small bit sad to see Booty go, but that's just more out of the relationship that he and Bubba had built. And, it was time, honestly. I'm excited to see what happens for him in, 2025, now, and especially, with the lawsuit stuff out, somewhat out of the way. We'll see what they do with this injunction, but, it just seems like he's set up and he's primed now where he's going to get a guy that's going to be no nonsense. And, he's just going to continue to get better. So I would say he's in the B range. Hendrick as a whole, I would say, and I hate to say it because I know a lot of y'all dunk on Bowman all the time, but I would say Hendrick gets like about an A minus, but mostly that minus comes from Bowman. But that's honestly, it's not his fault. When you've got three of the, what they say are the sport's best drivers as teammates, one of you is going to get that, the not good car, and that's no fault of his own. JGR Bell, I think, is getting ready to begin his, I would say, his Denny Hamlin arc, basically, where he's going to be that driver for Gibbs on into the future, where he's going to compete for championships, compete for wins all the time. Hopefully he does end up winning a championship. Denny, I think he gets about a B minus. He had a hot start to the season. He cooled off. And, we already talked about, Truex and everything. Ty Gibbs, he showed much more poise, competed for wins. He's going to be close somewhat soon. But yeah, other than that, I think everybody else is kind of almost like back markerish or didn't compete for much. I'd probably would give them all maybe a C. So, yeah. And I know I left Spire out because Spire is kind of tricky, but Carson Hocevar had a good year. Some other drivers at that team had a good year. One got traded, so I don't think, has NASCAR ever had a trade before like that? I don't think so. But.
I don't
NBA
think so.
terms.
Yeah, I feel like the Cup Series, well, maybe all three series really felt very top heavy, right? Like I'm looking at the Cup standings. All of the multiple win drivers were like 8th or better. There's 7 drivers with multiple wins. You got a lot of guys that had one-offs, right? Bowman had a one-off in terms of wins, a one-off at Chicago. Cindric, Suarez, Keselowski, one-offs, Briscoe, Harrison, Busher, Stenhouse. Like, there's a lot of just like one-off wins, and I think the parity that we long for, or what we were promised with this car, I think those days might be over, because it just feels like it's very much the haves and the have-nots. Like if you could tell me I can have 6 drivers or the field and I would win with those 6 90%, 95% of the weekends, like it's kind of a sign that like the balance is not there. And like you mentioned, like with Bowman, like had a really good season by his standards even. But like it's very unremarkable coming out of HMS. It's funny you gave them an A minus. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I don't know. Like Kyle was great. William Byron was really good early and then kind of bad the second half of the season. Like they got those 3 wins. They're kind of like Denny, and since they got like a bunch of wins in the first half of the year, and then I felt like you just never really saw them like in contention. And then Chase the same thing. Like he got 1 win at Texas, I think. And then I don't really remember him being much of a threat outside of that.
Somewhat.
So anyway, my point being is that like, and with Alex too, like same thing. Like it just kind of feels like even they kind of lost their magic. Like if you weren't the 5 team, who was pretty good all year long, and even they didn't have enough late, right? Like even they couldn't pull off like the Martinsville magic and like make it to Phoenix.
Right.
Just kind of interesting. I wonder like if next year will it be more of like that backslide for them, because the Chevys on a whole kind of weren't that great this year when you think about it. Like Suarez won, but like you won and it takes talent to win, but like is that a really talented win, or is that just like the dice just rolling the right way for you, right?
Yeah.
Like when you win by that close, like it's hard to say that you had too much of a hand in it, and especially considering they did nothing the rest of the year, like absolutely nothing. So I'm wondering if like Chevy is in a bit of a fall off. And I mean, it literally takes Larson kind of carrying them, in terms of like their wins as a manufacturer. And I'm just thinking out loud now, but it just feels like the Toyotas, like the wealth is a bit more spread out. And even with Ford too, like they had their one-offs with Brad and Chase and whatever, Penske. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. Can we do we didn't talk about this because we're professionals. I wanted to do a follow-up where we don't give a letter grade, but just talk about our favorite race of the year.
Yeah, we can do that after I give my report card.
Nah, bro, you might have lost those privileges, big dog. I might kick you out the room.
It's time for the cup card, baby.
How mad would he be? How mad would he be if I just removed him right now?
Please do.
Cup card, baby.
Please do.
F through A. Austin Dillon F, because of the terrorist activities at Richmond. I was there in person for it. You are a hooligan. Shame on you. F. D goes to Ricky Stenhouse for not having any hands. If you schemed and plotted when we were in the wilderness with no cell phone coverage and you didn't have any hands and your daddy got smacked up, shame on you.
I agree with
C goes to Kyle Larson, just because like he won 6 races, but I still feel like he should have came to the Coke 341. I would have liked
Excuse me, sir. It was the 371.5.
Whatever the kilometers we ran was the Coke 600 kilometers. I wish that the decision would have been made to pull him. I would have only gotten to see that scheme once and not twice. And then maybe we're having a different conversation when it comes to who won the championship. So that's the only reason why Kyle gets to see, because he got semi disqualified.
So you get
Um,
a C just for missing one race?
yeah. If you
Sheesh.
look
That's
at the
how they
point,
do in college.
if you look at the points, you know, you missed that one class. If you get graded on
Where were you in
participation,
2015? I needed you in my corner with that attitude.
hey brother.
I still disagree with you on 2015, Art, but we're not gonna go there.
B's. I'll give I'll give Ryan Blaney a B. He stepped up to the plate. He clutched up when he needed to. And he almost walked off. He just lost to his teammate. And then I'd give an A. An A goes to Tyler Reddick. Just because he went from loose bowels to making probably the greatest last lap pass of the season to check himself into the Final Four. Unfortunate that Toyota as a whole completely forgot how to turn left at Phoenix. That's neither here nor there, but he didn't have a chance to show up at that race. But I'd just say an A for Tyler, just because it's good to see the trajectory that 2311's on. It's good to see that the race shop is putting winning pieces together, bringing race winning speed to the track. One team can make adjustments to the car and keep it up front. The other team, not so much, but hopefully with the changes that have been made on top of the pit box, we'll see something different, hopefully prayerfully in 25. Otherwise, another conversation might have to be made. And then they're doing everything they have to make sure that Riley gets his money and his number guaranteed next year for 35. So I'll give an A to Tyler Reddick. Honorable mention does go to Bubba. He had statistically one of his better years, just proving that 2311 is being competent, bringing race winning cars to the racetrack. Some strategy calls, Kyle Larson terrorism, and some other things. Bubba being in the back when he should have been in the front, getting caught up in other people's shenanigans, i.e. Corey LaJoy, more often than not, sort of soured the season for Bubba this year. But hopefully in 2025, the whole organization takes that leap up, and we can start off swinging at Daytona with a 500 trophy in the airspeed shot. No, I'm talking about. Best race of the year, you say, Art?
Yeah,
I'll go first. Me personally,
you better say Martinsville won.
I'm going to say Richmond won. As a fan, that was a fantastic race. Denny slapping a Martin Truex like that was absolute cinema. And then as quote unquote media, I'd have that my top race just because we were there in person. We rubbed elbows with Coach Gibbs and David Wilson, and we met a lot of people. We were in a lot of crazy places we weren't supposed to be in. But I'd say as a fan and as a podcast host, Richmond one was top tier elite for me. In the rain, pouring down rain on pit road, to talking to some people in the press box, to being in Victory Lane and almost recording an episode of Victory Lane Vibes from Victory Lane. We won't make that mistake again twice. But that I'd just say that's my pied de resistance. Richmond won. Shout out Mavis too, by the way. Shout out Mavis. Thank you for bringing the bag so FedEx can go make sure my deliveries get to where they got to be on time. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. FedEx been slacking anyways, though.
I have something for you. What's your address?
I have something for you. It's called Stop Being a Big Bag. Anyways, though.
Oh boy.
We should put the video out of this episode.
Oh Lord. Anyways, though, fair race. Cup Series wise, I ain't really got no besides the Coach concern because my boy Bill got his first crown jewel.
Wait a minute. Time the fuck
Shut
out.
up! I ain't trying to
Say
hear
that again.
You gonna give a
counted
rain-shortened
a
greatest
half of
win
a
of the
race?
year to Christopher Bell for the Coca-Cola 600
I
kilometers?
told you this season sucks. So yes.
He had
Next.
2 other wins. Why don't you
Y'all
pick
talking
one
about
of the
my opinion. That is dog shit.
But outside of his 2 wins, you got the crown jewel. You're welcome.
And
Hey, brother, it's 2024. Ain't nobody give a
Who
fuck
gives
about
a
these crown
damn,
jewels
Art?
anymore.
if
Ain't
NASCAR don't
nobody,
even care about the crown jewels, that's why they shortened it.
ain't nobody gassing these up. Like,
Right? Don't nobody care no more. This ain't the
Oh, okay.
'90s.
Oh, okay. So if Bubba end up getting a crown jewel race, I expect the same. I expect some good energy. Good energy.
I
Man.
mean, yeah, I'll be happy that he won, but I'm not gonna be like, oh yes, he won at Indy.
Right. I'll be
Like,
glad if he gets a
I'll be
sticker
happy
on his
he
car.
won. Period.
Baby
End of
steps.
sentence.
Yeah,
Baby
yeah, you
steps.
won. Yeah, but so,
My Bubba win joy is the same for Charlotte as it would be Texas, as it would be
Right.
Phoenix, as it
Right.
would be Pocono. I don't care
I don't care where it
Bubba.
comes from. I just want it to happen.
you just want to happen. Okay. All right.
Anyway, all right. So Monte picked. You really picked the
This man
worst.
Bonte, dog.
The
Of all the races.
humidity race.
No,
And
no,
you
no.
picked
Okay,
that-
okay. Wait, hold on. Let me be
Nah,
serious.
stand on business now.
No, stand on business. You already said it
Shut
out.
up. I'm speaking. No, real shit. My favorite race, no bullshit, was I'm gonna go to Xfinity. Sedona when SVG got the win over Austin Hill and straight and burnout in his face. Goated. Straight goated.
That was good.
That was
Mm,
So
goated.
you should have just led with that.
yeah, you should.
Anyways, next. Ain't trying to go to extra comments. Goodbye.
It's crazy. If you had said, my favorite, I think the best race was Sonoma, but my personal favorite was
Cokes.
Bell winning.
Cokes was
Like,
good. You would have been.
you see how
forgiven.
but if you just phrase it a little differently, like the whole energy would
Phrasing.
be different, bro. Like I'd have looked at you with so much more respect. No, I'm kidding.
Phrasing is like the topic of the month. It's phrasing.
UBI, Jared.
Is
Go
your
ahead,
smoke
Phil.
detector
You
okay
can go
though?
first.
I think it's asking for help.
I think you should lose weight.
Oh shit!
That's me.
Me being mean.
No bullying.
No,
Stop.
all love Jared. All love for Jared. He just get on my damn nerves.
Jeez.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't have signed that lease. That should go beep beep in my ear. How do you sleep at night?
We cutting all this out. Don't worry.
No, we're not.
Audience, people never hear this. Don't worry.
Yes,
We
you
cut
will.
all this.
It's
I'm
not
writing it down
leaving.
to the minute.
If it's one thing I know about Art, he gonna say he gonna delete it and end up saying it there though.
I'm gonna delete it. No, I'm gonna delete it. I'm ready in there. I'm gonna delete it. All right, Phil, go ahead. You got it. Get us back on track, please. Oh God, no,
You
Phil.
left. What did I
Phil's
do?
in.
Oh,
Fuck this
my
shit.
God.
I'm out.
Phil said I'm not being a part of this.
My God.
I'm leaving.
Oh
He
my
said,
God.
"Y'all done got too ratchet from me. I got a
What's your,
reputation to uphold."
Oh,
What's your favorite race, Art?
Hang on. Let me write this shit down. The time. Hopefully he comes back in. No, there he goes. I'm gonna let him go.
So what happened?
did you leave or
You
what?
clicked
No,
something,
I
my
think
dog.
I guess I don't know. I don't know. Either way.
All right, Phil, go ahead. Your favorite race of the year. You got it. Take it away.
My favorite race of the year.
Oh, I got an honorable mention.
Yeah, because I think I want to put it two ways. Because I got favorite one that I was at, and then one that I was looking at TV for. But one that I was at would be Atlanta 1.
Fire.
Just being there, just pretty much just before the start finish line, and not knowing, but I'm looking at Bubba the whole time because I'm like, yeah, he can get through there. If they start wrecking, he is right in the right place just to get the win. But they decided not to wreck. But yeah, that was fun. That entire race was fun, just like the entire day, and just seeing people walk into the car, just like happy and talking and like, oh man, NASCAR is so back. And then we get to the middle of this year, and people are like, oh God, it's dying again. But let's see. As far as TV, I would say my favorite one was watching Harrison Burton win at Daytona, and that's mostly for me because I'm one of those people that like sentimental type wins. You know what I mean? Like, seeing, family happiness, stuff like that. The son of guys that I grew up watching, or grew up, rooting for or against. Just seeing that happen. So That'd probably be like my favorite race that I watched this year.
That was so wholesome. We needed that on the show this episode. So thank you.
My hold
Go
on,
ahead.
boy. My I'd say my honorable mention, just because they 2311 sent me a poster today. Was my face being on the car for Martinsville too. I completely forgot all about that until they sent me a poster of the car. I was like, oh, thank you, Airspeed.
Still couldn't find it.
So that was no, I know where my face is. It's on the driver's side rear fender, like literally right there. Like I'm like very, very visible. And I lasted the entire race without any rub marks from tires because Rubin's racing in Martinsville, but my face stayed clean for 500 laps. So that's my honorable mention. Can I get a diecast of that, please, Lionel? Pretty please.
Yeah, that not
Good
happening.
luck with that.
That
Pretty
ain't
please.
happening.
Nope.
Yeah.
They did they did a car for this is getting in the weeds now, but they did a car for Logano for like some Penske thing that had a bunch of faces on it. I think it was an all-star race or something.
Mhm.
You remember
I
that?
remember that. That was bad.
Yeah.
And the scheme looked really good and the car did not. The diecast. I haven't owned
You
one.
didn't
but
scale
they
down
still-
properly.
They want to know it's crazy because they the first time that they did it in 2016, they had it perfectly. Now it's ass.
Yeah, so
That's a new. Don't they use like a new manufacturer or something?
I think it is.
I don't know. Okay, well then I'll bring us home for this question. This was kind of hard. It's a 3-horse race for me, right? So and they're all in different series. So on the one hand, I have the Vegas Trucks race because Raj winning. That is, I don't think there's been a race since Bubba winning that had me as emotional as that one did. Like that one really, I remember exactly where I was. I remember exactly what I was doing, seeing on the timeline after that race. And that one was like, that's one of those moments where you feel like you're in the right timeline, where you're just like, oh yes, like the universe is correcting itself. It just felt, it was such a great moment. And it just feels like the start of a great career for him. Xfinity was amazing at Indy, which is funny because the Cup race had such controversy at the end of it. But the last 20 laps or so of that Indy race, I mean the whole race was great, but that finish especially was so good. I think that was one of the best finishes all time. I really, really love that race. That's one of the few races that I went back and watched extended sections of it afterwards, like in the weeks following. I haven't seen the whole thing, but just watched huge gaps of it because I just enjoyed it that much. And then in the Cup Series, it's Homestead, right? The playoff Homestead race. Amazing finish. The whole race was really good. It was really competitive. And then, Tyler being clutch and making 2 passes on 2 top guys, knowing the stakes, knowing what he had to do, knowing also that was basically a must win because he was not going to point his way in at Martinsville. Like that, he's just not that guy at Martinsville. So he had to win that race. Just all of that was fantastic. No, each of those races for their own reasons. I came away so invigorated, right? Just like so charged up. So I love all of them, but I would still go back with the Vegas Trucks win. Like that race to me, there are very few races that held like special place in my heart. And, like not just in watching the show or watching it doing for this show, but as a fan all time. And like this one just ranks up there. Just, it gets you. Like I get, excited just thinking back to it. And I can't wait for him to get another one and another one and another one. But like just to see that first one happen live was just incredible moment. So for me, that's my best one.
Oh, ain't that cute?
Shut up.
Well then,
What the hell was that?
Boys and girls, little children, dogs, and cats.
We should have done some like superlatives. You know what that means?
I do know what supposed
Yeah.
means. You
You should have
ass.
done some.
My name's not Bonte.
I almost called you a bitch, bro.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Um,
Oh, Lord.
let's here. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna go to Chat GBT. I'm gonna burn a
my
bottle of
God.
water. You know, you literally boil like 2 bottles of water every time you use Chat GBT. That's crazy.
Wait,
Anyway,
seriously?
yes,
To keep the
that's not.
computer cool?
Yes, it literally burns like 2 bottles of water each time. you
Ask
enter.
Chat
Damn.
GPT what the most OP car is and
I'm not
college
doing
football
that.
2025.
So okay, I got a couple here. I'm gonna pull up, and then how about we just go around real quick, and you guys just give me your answers to each of them. We'll just do like 5 or 6 real quick. All right. I love the interaction. All right. First up, most dangerous driver.
Oh,
Corey
Austin-
LaJoy!
Carla
No.
Joy. Austin,
no. One tried to kill someone to win a
Oh, that's true.
race.
Killed 2 people.
Vehicular homicide.
Oh, wait. Like, actually murder somebody?
I
Yes,
mean,
Bonte.
yeah.
He literally tried to kill someone. He literally could have killed someone. Had this been V1 of the next gen car,
Oh God, I don't want to think about that.
It's not Austin Dillon, no?
yes, Bonte.
Yeah,
trust me.
no, it's saying
Oh.
Austin Dillon. Yeah. All right. I think we're in agreement. As soon as I saw that, I was like, well, we're gonna get this out of the way. Greediest driver.
Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
Mm,
I would say that
Definitely
too.
Kyle
yeah,
Larson.
that's a good.
I would say that too.
That's a good one, Cole. That's a good one.
I was gonna say between Logano and Larson, but mostly Larson.
No, because
You know-
you gotta think all of Larson's wrecks are because he's being greedy.
That is true.
And Logano was pretty clean this year, honestly.
Surprisingly, that's
Like,
normally
he
not
really
his
didn't
forte.
do
He
anything.
is.
When you think about it, I would agree with both of those.
Besides the bumper runs, but that's valid though. So yeah.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna be mad at that. All right. I lost it. Which one? Smartest driver.
In regards to what?
Logano. I got to get to Logano.
Why?
Hear me out.
Expand.
Shut up, Jared. Hear me out. I mean, right place, right time. So yeah. I know
You can't say Logano, but yeah, actually to expand on why you feel that he's the smartest driver.
he right place, right time. I hate to say it. He right place, right
But
time.
is that
Yeah,
is
should he
that
do
a
it as
case of
intelligence?
intelligence or is that just luck though?
Mostly luck. But smartest driver, can you get that to Blaney?
You can make
For
that
me,
argument.
I'd say the smartest driver would be Denny. Just because when you hear him like do his race debriefs, it always seems like he's 4 or 5 laps ahead of the lap that he's on. So when it comes to his passes or the runs that he's going to make or the adjustments that he knows the car is going to need, he's forward thinking to always, keep his car in position to try and win a race. So I'd say for me, he's the smartest.
I'd agree with that. He seems like the most cerebral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
If that was one, I'd say like that would be one. I would give an honorable mention. I feel like I don't really have anything to base this off of, but I feel like Bell is a little bit like that based on what I've heard. Like he kind of gives me the same vibes, not to Denny's level. Like he doesn't have Denny's book of knowledge yet, but like I just get the same vibes from him. Like they're clearly thinking in the car, whereas some guys like Larson, this isn't an insult, but they're just reacting, right? They're just being race car drivers.
Yeah, Bell definitely up there with Denny.
Okay, let's do like 2 more. This is good, man. We should have thought about this. Most unusual driver. You can't come back and say like LaJoy. You gotta come with different people.
Hocevar?
Yeah, I was definitely gonna say Carson Hocevar. Absolutely.
That's good. Monte,
Absolutely.
we agree with that?
Yeah.
Because he cooked this whole year, but at the same time, he was trying to relive his truck days and cause a caution. The bill of a race. For what, brother? What are you doing?
I hope he's like just calmer Most all right, let's do two more. We'll say most dramatic.
Alex Bowie.
I know.
No.
I know who I
Nah.
want to say, but I'll let y'all go first.
Austin Hill.
That's not a bad one, honestly.
That's not a bad one.
Austin Hill.
Chandler Smith.
That too.
Mm.
That too. But mostly
Mm.
Austin Hill because do be bitching. He bitch about like him being race hard. Like, come on, bro.
Nah,
It's
bro. Like
See,
Chandler Smith's crash out has to be
no,
studied for Academy
I
Award
agree.
winning.
I agree on that one, bro. It's those two.
so it's interesting. Y'all think of it, and this is not a knock. Y'all think of it as a negative dramatic, but to me, I'm going Reddick because he's a dramatic in the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought of. Like
Mhm.
I mentioned earlier, like he had all of these moments, and even like his Talladega win was like a crazy
Dramatic.
pass with like 100
Yeah.
yards to go or something. Like to
Yeah.
me, like he's like the closest thing to like a Mr. Excitement in the field right now. Like when he's near the front, like you're holding your breath
Right.
because you're
That's
like, you can do this, but this could also be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Okay,
Right.
and then last one, we could say most likely to win the championship in 2025.
Mm.
End on this one.
I'm gonna guess because you can't go against history right now. They're gonna drive a Ford. So
At this
Ryan
point,
Blaney.
there we go. Odd year Blaney.
Oh God! Oh no, we don't need.
oh
Right.
yeah, baby, I like it.
Ryan Blaney. God, I want him to win a championship
Right.
this year. But yeah, Ryan Blaney.
You picking him too, Bonta? You agree?
Yeah, it's been a 4 decades so far.
You know, I'm not going to. I mean, obviously, history's on the side of the Fords, but I truly believe, I truly believe that Toyota's going to cook this upcoming season. It's either the revenge tour for 2311 in Toyota, or Toyota's going to feel slighted because they have to feel some type of way. You think about all the stuff that's going on, specifically around them and their goals and their wants and their desires to expand in NASCAR. When you look at like the automotive landscape as a whole, freaking Honda and Toyota and Nissan are talking about joining forces and merging. And, you know, obviously Honda's really big into motorsport and Nissan has some motorsport things too. And you just wonder, like, two of the big three Japanese automakers are, you know, having fisticuffs of sorts on merging. And then you have Toyota's like, yeah, I want to spend some more money I want to get better at this. How can I do this? I want to spend more. And you know, you have NASCAR just sort of spitting in their faces. So I think it's going to be a Toyota in 2025. One of the, how many is it there now? 4, 7, 9.
I think
9.
it's 9. Yeah, 9.
One of the 9. Obviously, nobody from Legacy is going to win it, but one of the 9, you know, you never know. Who knows? They unveiled a new logo today. Maybe that'll give them some speed.
All right. Anyway, out to round us out, I'm gonna go with the Toyota as well. I'm gonna go with a pick that I think will make Bonte happy. I'm gonna go Seabell. I feel like he, out of the Toyotas, I feel like he was probably the most consistently fast one in the field week in and week out. Right? I think Reddick's highs were better. And I think Denny was hotter in the first half. But like I said, if you want to look at wire to wire on the season, I feel like he was the best one. And he was the highest finishing one, if you want to get technical out of when it comes to the points, right? So I think he gets it done. Like I just don't see a world where he goes his whole career without winning a title, even though I said the same thing about Denny like 10 years ago, but whatever. So yeah, I think it's gonna be Seabell. That's my pick.
You love to see it.
It's disqualified if he runs a double scheme though. So
Shut up, Jerry.
that answer has a
Oh my
contingency.
lord. I'm sick of
Has a
you.
contingency to it. Just wanted to put it out there. If he shows up with a double
We don't want
scheme,
to
all
hear
his
that.
luck, all those
No,
good
he right,
graces
though.
out the
Nah, he
window,
cooking.
just like your smoke detector batteries.
Finally, some decent content from you.
Yo, one more time.
You got us back on track. Take us home, Jared.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for listening. Thank you for being here. Just wanted to give a quick shout. We did have a NASCAR fantasy winner from our league. Congratulations to Nomi. Hit us up on the Twitter DMs on X, so we can get you your Victory Lane Vibes t-shirt.
Congratulations.
Shout out to our partners once again at Home Field Apparel and Nectar Sunglasses. Thank you all for being here with us as well. I don't have anything planned for us. You shouldn't hear from us until the calendar turns, unless something crazy happens in this court case where we have to pull up a special episode, because you know how we like to give you live reacts to things. But all us, y'all stay safe. Enjoy your holiday season with your loved ones. Get some rest, get some sleep. To Phil's point, put your phone on Do Not Disturb and turn off notifications for all social media, and let your random perusing give you the news of the day. Until then, play my music. Hey, Bonte, what's your new address? I'm gonna mail you a battery for your smoke detector.
Jeez.
What is your address so I can mail you a treadmill?
Oh, shit.
Shit.